made it happen. I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once. Do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Rolling. Gun. Hurry!
They go play action here on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Off of play action, Luck. He's going to launch this thing. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
11 B. 12.
From the gun, here's Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Check. Rolling.
To the air again, Luck. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 33 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Patriot, Patriot. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll hand it off now, Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Detroit, Detroit.
On play action, Allen. And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Leopard. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Leopard. Leopard.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Run. Hey. One day.
Play action. It's locked. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. It's caught inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
They pitch it out to Johnson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Now Allen off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. But I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Back to throw. Love stepping up. He's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Love. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. From the 50, it's Love. Rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll fake it. Now Love. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Hassan Ridgeway. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Forced out to his left. Looking deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Fake the handoff. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. And finding the tight end Hooper. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Allen looks to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, and things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the run, Luck on a throw. He fights it, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Luck now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And got his man complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Let it roll, let it roll.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The give is to Jones. And an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A give to Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Jones. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll pitch it out to Jones, and he'll get nothing out of that one. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Allen throwing again. Buying time to his left. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Detroit!
Now Allen again. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Again, it's Johnson. Shelling through the defense. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs. Play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And some space here. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Here's Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of...
And Owen coughed it up, and the Colts pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Luck and the Colts come up now first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Colts on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Luck. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Luck. And that is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green, 39. Green,
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Allen going to go on 4th down. This is Johnson. He's got it. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Falcons. David Johnson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Flushed out right. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
Luck on 1st down. Looking left side of he's got a man. It's Stevens. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Luck now on second down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here's Luck. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call. And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Out of the gun, Luck. And he hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. From the gun, here's Luck. For Kenner here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And they try the sweep to Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either. Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play. On third down, here's Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They're running it. It's Michel. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They'll run it with Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Ronald Jones, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Detroit! Detroit!
They begin the drive with Johnson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Detroit! Detroit!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw again. Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Johnson, and now running right through it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He's going to get it running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Love. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a play fake, and it's Love. Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here's Brad Wing now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! Over!
They go to Johnson again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On third down, Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Justin Watson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Crosby connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken short. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
To throw on second down. Allen flush to his right. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The offense on third down tonight, well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. On the toss, here's Johnson. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Over!
Here we go with Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. David Johnson taking it in from the 20. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And the Colts coming out now. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now it's Luck. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Now Luck. Now a hit and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Luck. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 39. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Luck now to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One last throw here for Luck. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams
got it done, and they feel very good.